for tuning in to N3TV. I am Jasmine Taylor.
I'm Kathleen Cook.
And I'm Trevor Wilt.
And tonight in news, we'll be covering the immigration protest, the Cupid Shuffle, not the dance, but the 5K, and many more.
Stephanie's going to take a look on what's going on around campus, as well as take a look at the music, film, and television releases this weekend.
And we'll check in with Angie with Lifestyle. She'll chat with some students about Valentine's Day and end with some sports talk from this past week.
So sit back and relax and enjoy the show.
I'm here at the student union where over 100 students have joined together to protest the executive orders on immigration that Trump passed in January. The No Ban, No Wall protest promotes peace and unity for those who are affected by Trump's actions.
No wall, sanctuary for all. No ban, no wall, sanctuary for all. No ban, no wall, sanctuary for all. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA.
Many students shared their stories about being or knowing an immigrant and expressed their fears associated with the ban and the Trump administration. The protest is part of a coalition that 25 student organizations have signed to be a part of, including MSA and College Democrats.
This is probably the biggest thing I've ever seen. At Charlotte, my 4 years that I've been here, just in terms of unity and multicultural differences.
I came out here because I don't think that a travel ban or a wall is going to solve anything. I think that America was built on the backs of immigrants and slaves, and to ban people from entering a country is unacceptable and, quite frankly, just disgusting.
So I just wanted to hear out and see what the student body thought. It was something that personally has a personal stake in my say so of how long I'm going to be able to stay here in the U.S. So it was interesting to come out here and see how everybody came together. And there's still so many thoughts that are left unsaid whenever you're walking around campus, and to hear this, it's really touching. It's motivating to think that there's a lot of people supporting this.
The coalition was started by Lauren Cocker, who read a document to the crowd that gives specific instructions to how the university can protect undocumented students. The proposed procedures included creating a program for undocumented students with a full-time director and free on-campus access to legal counsel. The proposal also asked the university to immediately release a statement that declares safety to undocumented students and to establish a pact of non-compliance with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement by declaring that UNCC will not cooperate with ICE in localizing and detaining students.
Do not release confidential student records without a judicial warrant, subpoena, or court order unless authorized by the student or required by law. Do not undertake joint efforts between the UNC Charlotte Police Department and local, state, or federal law enforcement agencies to investigate, detain, or arrest individuals for violation of federal immigration law. All students receive a campus, classroom, and community experience free of hostilities, free of aggressions, free of bullying, and publicizing the campus-wide anonymous reporting mechanism, training all staff and faculty in de-escalation intervention techniques, and expanding the Safe Ride program. Create a migration studies program with a full-time director and free on-campus access to legal counsel. Establish a pool of funds for the legal counsel of undocumented students and their families. Provide a framework of transparency in the creation and disbursement of these funds.
I decided to do this because there was nothing planned currently on our campus, so I was like, might as well start it, and I didn't want to be like just one group doing it. I knew that like there's a bunch of groups who care about this, there's a ton of people on campus who care about this. So that's why I decided to start a coalition, because I didn't want it to be like one protest of people saying we care and then nothing, no action follows. So that's why I started the No Ban, No Wall Coalition. It's an organization, like some student organizations, some departments, and like a caucuses of people who are going to fight to make this school a sanctuary campus, fight to keep the black, brown, queer, poor students safe, and all marginalized students accounted for.
I wanted to let people know who are feeling afraid or who are feeling attacked that they are not alone, and that they have people behind them who understand that this is unacceptable, and they won't tolerate it, and they won't tolerate it in silence, and they won't just tweet about it or a hashtag, that they will show up for them, because I think that showing up is really important.
I would like to push like inclusion, like safety measures for black and brown students through like any way I can. We're gonna push it through like SGA, we're gonna push it directly to administration, we're gonna do like social activism, we're gonna provide resources directly for students when administration doesn't come through like they should.
For more information, visit the Academic United No Ban, No Wall Facebook page. This is Alexandria Sands reporting for N3TV.
Thank you, Alex. A UNC Charlotte Lake has been designated a certified wildlife habitat. Jasmine Taylor has more.
Do you need a place to relax, possibly hang out with friends, or even go fishing? We are here at Hecken-Bleeckner Lake, located in the front of UNC Charlotte's campus main entrance. This area is designated as a certified wildlife habitat by the National Wildlife Federation. Hecken-Bleeckner Lake is part of the Million Pollinator Garden Challenge, a national effort to restore habitat for pollinators, one of over 200,000 sites to join in the last 40 years. These sites provide basic elements that all wildlife need to thrive, from national food sources, clean water, cover, and places to raise young. So if you need a place to sit back and relax, come visit Hecken-Bleeckner Lake. To learn more information, visit our website at ninertowns.com. Reporting for N3TV, I'm Jasmine Taylor. Alpha Chi Omega Sorority hosted the Cupid Shuffle 5K at Frank Bliss Park in Concord, North Carolina. The event promoted awareness, education, and prevention of relationship domestic violence. 85% of the proceeds from the event will go to the Safe Alliance Domestic Violence Shelter of Charlotte. The other 15% of the proceeds will be donated to the Alpha Chi Omega Foundation, which assists victims of domestic abuse. And now we have Stephanie with what's coming up this week.
This week in on-campus events, Keeping Watch on Habitat. The College of Arts and Architecture presents the 4th annual exhibition to address local environmental issues through art. The opening reception takes place on February 24th at 6 p.m. at the Projective Glass Eye Gallery at UNCC Center City. Also coming up on campus is You Got Served, a dance crew competition. There will be performances by various on-campus groups such as Tantrum. You Got Served will be held on February 24th at 7 p.m. in Student Union Room 340. On February 25th at 7 p.m., CAB will host Laser Tag Labyrinth in Student Union Room 340. Bring your squad and enjoy some friendly competition with others to find the ultimate champion. Albums being released this week include Youngish Americans by Dams of the West, the solo project of Vampire Weekend's Chris Thompson. Additionally, Australian psychedelic band King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard are due to release their 9th studio album, Flying Microtonal Banana. Both albums are set to come out on February 24th. Notable in TV this week is the premiere of HBO's Big Little Lies. The show is a dramedy miniseries with an all-star cast including Reese Witherspoon, Nicole Kidman, and Shailene Woodley. The first episode is set to air on February 19th and run for 7 weeks. Also coming up this week is the 5th season premiere of Bates Motel on A&E. With it being the final season of the show, the narrative is expected to flow into the events of Psycho, introducing the character of Marion Crane, who will be played by Rihanna. The first of 10 episodes will premiere on February 20th at 10 p.m. The most prominent movie hitting theaters this week is Jordan Peele's directorial debut, Get Out. Inspired by the Stepford Wives, the film is a horror story that follows an interracial couple, Chris and Rose, as they visit Rose's family who live in a predominantly white community. As the story progresses, Chris realizes that his girlfriend's hometown is a little more genocidal than average.
Thanks for that information, Steph. Now we're going to take a walk around campus with Angie and learn about what people's plans for Valentine's Day are.
Hello everybody, I'm Angie back with Dana with Niner Live, and today we went around asking people what they were doing for Valentine's Day.
I'm visiting my boyfriend in Atlanta.
Oh.
Me and my boyfriend are going uptown tomorrow.
I'm planning on just staying in, catching up on schoolwork.
Okay.
Catching up on sleep. I actually don't have any plans now.
50 Shades of Grey. Darker. I don't know, like I don't read the books.
Box of chicken nuggets.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm taking my girlfriend back home to Greensboro to take her out to dinner.
I really haven't thought about it, but if I do something for Valentine's Day, it'll be taking somebody out special, out somewhere to eat, probably go to the park, and probably catch a movie. Just something, relaxing.
I work tomorrow. I don't have any.
Okay. Plan is to go out and eat with some friends and just treat ourselves.
I'm actually flying home to see my family for Valentine's Day. So,
where are you from?
Boston, Massachusetts.
As you heard, some people are going to be hanging out with their friends, others are going to be doing some homework. Personally, I'm going to go hang out with my friends. We're going to go out for some dinner and have our own Galentine's Day. The next question we asked was what people thought about Valentine's Day as a holiday.
I think it's a great way to express your appreciation to other people, not just romantically, but family and friends and stuff like that. And including, getting candy and stuff like that. It's also great.
I think it's a pretty cool day. If you have that special someone in your life, like today where you two can spend it together, get dinner, whatever.
mean, I'm a holiday person, so it's definitely something that I think is cute. Sometimes I feel like there's a lot of pressure for people that are single or even people in a relationship. There's a lot of pressure put on Valentine's Day. I feel like sometimes people don't really understand like the meaning behind it, and they put a lot of pressure on spending money or going out. There's, you know, making plans for dinner when it should really just be about showing the person you care about that you admire them and that you value them.
Valentine's Day is great. It's a day to spend with your loved ones. It's a lot of fun.
I think Valentine's Day it is a cute holiday, but I feel like sometimes it's like overrated. But I guess it just depends on who you have to spend it with, because I'm spending it with my roommate.
I think those that actually feel some type of way towards a certain person should express it on that day, but it shouldn't just be that day, it should be every day. But on this day, it should be something special that you wouldn't do on a regular day.
That's a good mixed feelings on that one. Very mixed feelings.
I think you should appreciate and show that you appreciate your significant other every day.
Not just Valentine's Day.
It shouldn't just have this one day as like a day where you show your love. Like you should show your love every day, just one day.
I really don't like the fact that it's so commercialized. So I think that Valentine's Day is, it's great in the way that it's like promoting love, and especially for like if you're in a long-term relationship and maybe you've like lost that spark, then it's a great reminder of why you love somebody, and to take that extra step and to, you know, bring romance back into your relationship. But I think that it's turned into like red flowers and teddy bears, and I don't like the commercialized aspect of Valentine's Day.
As you saw, some people were wishy-washy about what they thought about Valentine's Day as a holiday. Others thought that it was cool, some thought it was commercialized, but for the most part, it's a day that everybody enjoys.
Thanks, Angie. And now we're heading to Kathleen and Trevor with updates on Charlotte sports.
Welcome to the Double Take. I'm Trevor Wilt.
I'm Kathleen Cook.
And let's go ahead and jump into the women's action against UAB Thursday night.
The 49ers led for the majority of the game, but a late fourth quarter push from UAB gave the Blazers an 88-81 win. For the second contest in a row, Charlotte shot at or above 50% from the field.
Grace Hunter recorded a double-double with 23 points and 12 rebounds. Three other Niners had double figures. Sierra Gregory recorded 17 points, Naila Jamison-Myers tallied 15, and Laya Ravatos finished with 13 points.
The 49ers had one of their best starts of the season, leading 12-3 after the first 2.5 minutes of play. They carried that lead to the end of the first quarter, leading 23-15. UAB made a comeback in the second frame, and the two teams went back and forth for the majority of the 10 minutes. Charlotte still led 44-38 to end the half.
Gregory opened the second half of play, hitting 2 free throws and a three-pointer to give the Niners a 10-point edge over the Blazers. Gregory would make another shot behind the arc at the buzzer to send Charlotte ahead 65-54 at the end of the third quarter.
Hunter carried the momentum into the fourth quarter, starting the 10 minutes with a layup. UAB went on a 7-0 run to bring the Blazers within 3 points with just over 5 minutes left in the matchup. The Blazers took advantage of their free throw opportunities late in the game and took away the victory. Though John Davis put up 24 points, the 49ers fell 82-69 to UAB in Birmingham on Thursday night.
A late push from the Charlotte squad wasn't enough, ultimately falling 83-81 to Middle Tennessee, failing to capture first place in conference from the Blue Raiders.
Lefty Webster put up a team-high 22 points along with 9 assists. Grace Hunter was close behind with 20 points, and Naila Jamison-Myers finished the night with a double-double, 19 points and 10 rebounds.
The 49ers didn't make it into the scoreboard until Jamison-Myers hit a jumper with just over 4 minutes remaining in the first frame, trailing 12-2. The Blue Raiders kept their foot on the pedal through the first quarter, leading 23-11 going into the first break.
The second quarter had the same tune as the first, as MTSU kept pounding it on Charlotte in the paint and from long range, taking a 46-30 lead heading into the half.
Coming out of the break, Charlotte gave up 3 straight buckets, resulting in a 23-point deficit and leading to a Consuegra timeout. After the timeout, the 49ers came out like Tom Brady in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl.
Knocking down shot after shot, the 49ers cut the lead to 7 in the third after a layup from Dara Peterson.
In the fourth, Charlotte tied the game at 69 apiece with 5:38 remaining and took their first lead of the game after a 3 from Hunter with 4:59 left.
Down by 3 with less than 5 seconds to go, Gregory missed the potential game-tying 3, resulting in Charlotte's 7th loss of the season and 3rd in conference play.
Although both teams were unable to pick up a win this weekend, Myra Jamison Myers earns her 2nd straight player of the week after averaging 17 points and picking up another double-double Saturday night.
Get it, man.
The 49ers traveled to Murfreesboro, Tennessee Saturday night to take on Middle Tennessee, ultimately losing 70-55 despite a career high in rebounds for Austin Njukwu with 12 and 13 points for John Davis and 13 points also for Najee Garvin.
The men's team will travel to Old Dominion on Saturday, and the women's team will host Old Dominion at home on Sunday. For all of us at the Niner Times, I'm Kathleen Cook.
And I'm Trevor Wilt.
We'll see you then. Now that you've caught up on what happened on the hardwood last week,
let's go ahead and take a look at our thoughts on Charlotte sports. What's this thing called again? The Chalk Talk? Welcome to the Chalk Talk.
ow now, brown cow.
The Human Torch was denied a bank load.
This weekend is like jam-packed with sports. It's like a sampler platter for Charlotte athletics.
Baseball starts this weekend playing West Virginia. Insert West Virginia joke here. Josh Maciejewski. Yes, that's how you pronounce his last name.
Who's the magician person? Who is that?
That's like our number 1 pitcher. Haley Wiseman, the softball team, she actually had a no-hitter going into the 7th inning against South Carolina.
They have a doubleheader. That's interesting.
She will strike out like 10 a game.
And then they got a tournament this week, so like 20 million games all in one weekend.
Heck, if the baseball team needs her, she could always go over there and pitch.
I don't know how they do it. I get tired after walking to the stadium.
To the men's basketball team. Yeah.
You're playing the game.
Anthony Van Hook, please get healthy. I'll give you a massage before every game if you need one, just to keep that intact. So on Sunday, they're going to be taking on, what's her name?
Women's basketball, I have hope.
Jenny Sims, sorry. She's averaging like 30 points a game and like 9 rebounds.
We're trying to make people think that we're not as good as we are.
But we did beat them early on this season in Norfolk.
We're going to come back because everyone's going to be like, oh, like Charlotte, like, yeah, they're losing now. And then we're just going to beat them all. And we're going to win the tournament. Football, spring game, April 22nd. That's 2 months away.
But yeah, what are they doing? So they're just doing workouts, recruiting.
And then there's just under 200 days until the first football game. But no, it's counting. It's counting.
You can get a nice tan while you're watching tennis as well.
Tennis, still hitting balls.
I actually just ordered a Roger Federer hat to make me look more tennis-like. The men's team's doing great as well with Jeremy Feldman.
Track and field has 2 of the Conference USA indoor athletes of the week. Jalen Holt for long jumping. I do that every day when I jump out of bed. Victoria Merriweather threw a weight like 20 meters. I can barely lift a weight like over my head. Do y'all ever realize how weird the chicken dance is?
How's the hair?
Hey Siri, who invented the chicken dance?
One possibility I see is the Chicken Ranch on West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
Thank you all again for tuning in to N3TV.
We hope you guys join us back here again next weekend at the same time.
I'm Jasmine Taylor.
I'm Kathleen Cook.
And I'm Trevor Wilt.
And we hope you all have a great evening. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.